had this liking for travel, like most people, from a very early time of my life. I was an active scout, and the scout took me to many locations that, people who arrive will appreciate. People who don't might not even know it exists. And when I left, the ITM started this program on tourism administration. It was the third batch. So I thought that would probably be the best discipline for me to learn about an industry that deals with beauty, nature, and the best of everything in the country, something people are seeking for. So I studied. Of course, when I left, opportunities for work in tourism was limited. Most of my colleagues who did that study ended up working elsewhere. I continued on to do my business degree, and when I left, all these options came, working in banks, trading houses, commercial enterprise, with better pay packages, But again, the interest in travel remained, but I saw that TDC was doing a lot of development projects. They were developing Langkawi Island, we were developing Tanjung Jara, Rantau Abang, Club Mediterranean in Cerating. We were doing the master plan study for the whole country, and also some detailed engineering study for the Tanjung Ru development. So I thought this would be the right field to join. Ever since I joined, I worked much harder than I did even before I joined here when I was in the commercial sector. But in a big organization like TDC, we have first planning and project management when I first joined. And after that, I went to the other big sector, marketing and promotions. And within marketing and promotion, we have stints, that we serve overseas. I was in Germany for a while, looking at Europe as a market. Then I was in Japan, looking at the third largest source of tourists at that time, to Malaysia, and to see how we can develop new destinations for Japanese. At that time, we were featuring Langkawi very heavily, and Kota Kinabalu. And you don't even feel the time because the work is so interesting, takes you to places, you forget about your weekends, and then that's where, by the time I realized I've done 34 years here, and I have been to many places that I would not have otherwise if I had not joined this particular sector. I mean, the greatest satisfaction we all have in Tourism Malaysia today is the accolades and the recognition we have got. We managed, at one point to place Malaysia in the top 10 popular countries in the world, where, as a matter of fact, the first 6 countries are in Europe. And in Asia, it was only China in the first 6. And then we were, I think, in Asia, the second most visited country. So a little country, unknown 20 years before that, suddenly becomes one of the top tourist destinations in the world. I think we all took a lot of satisfaction and pride in that placement. And otherwise, our campaigns, the materials we produce, and our communication tools have constantly been evaluated and given recognition as a model for other countries in this world to emulate and follow. You see, Malaysia Truly Asia is a slogan where we took the essence of what the world was seeking for in this new millennia. It's called it the Asian millennia. Everybody is talking about Asia, and we coined the slogan because Malaysia essentially has a population that represents the main portion of the Asian people. There's no place in the world proportionately where the main populace of Asia has moved in and lived together. Number 2, they have kept the tradition. There are very few places in the world where you still have national type primary school, teaching in the native languages. In Malaysia, we somehow retain that. So this has actually made Malaysia the best example of a thriving society that is truly multiracial, yet comes together as one to build the nation. Every individual Malaysian has a role to play here. Today, everybody speaks to at least a few hundred people through their own online medium, the new media. So the Malaysians together can send out these vibes, or the waves about the country, sending in positive perspectives, because you can choose what you want to feature. So if they do that part, and then the government is doing its part, and then the airlines, our entrepreneurs, they are doing a massive part. For example, you look at Asia, Malindo, even MAS today, in their restructuring plan, looking forward, their expansion plan. So all this put together will eventually bring us back to that growth trend that we should actually be enjoying. We have to operate as a regional team, because tourists by nature, they don't just visit one country. More so in ASEAN, because we are so close to one another. A lot of tourists who come from China will try to do Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand together. In China, the distance in a particular province can be much further than the distance we have between these three countries. So they will do the three countries together. So the regional marketing, regional cooperation is playing a very, very important role. And we are actually, our reputation in regional cooperation is actually very, very good. And that's probably the reason why, despite being a small country, we have done so much in terms of the industry, because we work closely with our neighbors. So our attention to communication on the new digital media has been our main focus in the last 2-3 years. The youth market has been identified for some time, but I think more and more effort is being made now, particularly as we shift the medium. We're going digital, we're going online, and somehow this one touches the youth much faster than the conventional medium, like going on air on National Geographic or on Discovery. And today, if you go on YouTube and have interesting features that relates to them, it will draw their attention more. We also have programs like volunteerism, where we are bringing youth to actually get involved directly in tourism. We have homestay programs that brings in youth from markets like Japan, Korea, and a few other international markets, the youth movement. And with sports, and also with a lot of events that appeal to the youth. We also have today a unit within the ministry that looks at major events, and in planning these events we take into consideration the market segment it's appealing to, and you realize that more and more programs today are directed towards the youth, to keep them more occupied, to keep them appreciative of everything they have around them, and more importantly to prepare them to take over and bring the country to the height that we plan it to be in the years to come. Yeah, my greatest hope is the growth trend continues, and the vision that we have for 2020 is achieved even before time. And for all this to happen, the investors in our tourism superstructure should continue investing, and the marketing and promotions should actually be hyped up so that the awareness level remains at the level where Malaysia is always in favor. And finally, it's for the tourists who are here to get the best of the country, get all the information they need, see the places they should, and enjoy the best of their stay here. And that's my hope for the industry in the future. I think in Malaysia's case, It's our nature, our rainforest. So whoever comes in here, no matter how well they know about the forest, we should try to get them there. And a lot of people don't even realize how close it is to the city. You can see the forest even if you go to Kampong, Rainforest Reserve, or even Bukit Silon, right in the center of the city. The experience a lot of tourists miss, and I think they all should have that. I believe Langkawi as an island, although all the other islands have their own unique features, but Langkawi offers the option for you to explore a lot of other islands around it. The waters are calm. You have the main island with all the features on the island. You have the cruise in the sea, and more importantly, it's peaceful and quiet, and it's a duty-free island. So a lot of things that you actually buy and consume there is duty-free, thus giving you the chance to stay there longer and enjoy that peace. I think I'm quite used to this. Ipoh Kopitiam, because but I think all other kopitiams have their own unique taste, charm. But it's just that my familiarity is with Ipoh, maybe because I'm a Perak born. I like Highland. I like to see expanse, view, unobstructed view. And I think Kudasang has both. It's highland, it's cold, fresh atmosphere, and a very nice view. If you're lucky on a clear day you can see Mount Kinabalu from there. For those who watch the program, I just like to remind that Malaysia has a lot to offer, and one trip may not be sufficient. Please come again and again and see the different aspects of the country that a lot of tourists around the world have enjoyed and are looking forward to.